Hello, I'm Jen. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you are returning. I do appreciate all the support, and I hope this message finds you doing amazing. Alright. This is going to be a general collective message, so I'm going to refer to you as the viewer. Sometimes I'm the viewer as well, because I watch these messages later when they, like, I'm like, something about that I need to go back to. Alright? So keep that in mind when you're listening, okay? Because you need to use your discernment, and to keep in mind you're responsible for all your own choices, whether you're getting a reading from me or someone else, okay? Check out YouTube. There is a lot of great YouTube readers out there. Just use your discernment with all things, okay? In the box below the video, you can connect with me on Facebook on my artist page. You can purchase the Oracle decks I've designed. This is the FeralSpirit Oracle deck, and this is the FeralSpirit Soul Care deck. As well, you can email me should you need anything. I do made-to-order spiritual sprays, salts, consulting, tarot readings. It's donation-based at the moment. So if you're finding, you know, like, I want to try a spiritual salt, you can bathe with it, or you can put it on your altar, or you can put it, you know, around your doors and windows. However you want to use it, we can talk and sort out what the best tool is for what you're wanting and how to use best practice for that, okay? Intuitively, I don't know, I normally don't go into that, but that's for someone in this message. Anyways, so yeah, just start a conversation and say, hey Jen, I want to talk to you. What's the deal with salts? What's the deal with sprays? What's the deal with candles? We can just talk, okay? I'm a spiritual practitioner. I teach people how to use spirituality in their day-to-day life, how to incorporate more of that. How does this work, you know, without being religious. I'm not religious. So this is all your connection with your higher power, which I refer to as God, okay? And that's, sort that out however you need to. It's all right. I'm not judging. I don't care. It's not my life. It's yours. So I'm just here to help. Intuitively, square hole, round peg, it'll work. I had an example given to me this week where it did work, okay? It was a little heavy, kind of cumbersome. Somebody helped me, but I made it work. Something about that for you, okay? Yeah. I think we'll just go ahead and get started. Oh, currently it is May 16th, 2026 at 7:45 p.m. Michigan time. If I can get my phone. Well, it's going to show you the lighter side of things, which I don't know if you can see the dates. I always like to put the dates because it's eerie. Erie. Somebody could be from Erie, Indiana. It's just, I don't know what that is. It could just, it's my dog, never mind. And that's the wooden sign. Something about, may the heavy heart that enters leave a little lighter. Yeah. Something about an earth sign having a heavy heart as well. Anyways, it's interesting how the timing plays out on these, because I record them all over the course of my days off, and then I put them up, and I like to timestamp them with my actual phone. It's because sometimes, like, this message is Tuesday's message, potentially. It's not today. It's not the 16th, so you'll get it when you get it. But yeah, it's just interesting to see how this all comes together and how it all plays out, the energy. All right, just when you need it. That's peculiar. All right, thank you, the Most High God, Holy Mother, Holy Father. Thank you for these messages. Thank you for this divine guidance, clarity. Thank you for helping me be of service to the viewer and to my fellows. Thank you for helping all of us grow in love, wisdom, and understanding of not only you, but each other and ourselves. Thank you, God. All right, that's way too many. I did crumple these up so we can get different energies. So we'll see what comes out. Use your head to live with your heart. That is reversed, okay? So somebody here, you're being way too in your feelings. You need to bring some rationale into that situation, okay? When you act with compassion, you will never be wrong. Keep that in mind. I also feel like somebody's trying to decide here, okay, am I being compassionate if I do this? Am I being compassionate if I say this? If I don't do anything or say anything, is that still compassion? The answer is yes. Obviously, ask somebody else if you're quite unsure, but I'm going to say yeah. It's okay. Sometimes it's an act of compassion to not say anything, because compassion means that you understand someone's suffering and you understand that, you know, they're struggling, and maybe perhaps you don't want to add more burdens onto that. That's also nonviolence, for those of you who are wondering. Nonviolence doesn't mean I won't throw hands at someone to protect myself or someone I love. It just means that I won't cause any more suffering to someone than necessary. Okay, and that necessary part is out of defense, right? If that was the case, we wouldn't have armies and military and all that. Somebody's an Aries. Somebody's Mars sign could be an Aries. All right, you have a deep appreciation of the arts and the music. Lucky numbers 8, 23, 22, 10, 34, and 49. Water sign. All right, there's a water sign here. You need to bring some rationale into this. Okay, I also feel like you think whoever this is for someone specific. Okay, I'm not sure who, but you think by not engaging in some sort of creativity, or that what you're doing isn't creative, and it actually is, and that's a good way to channel your emotions. Okay, it's a good way to make heads or tails of something, to make sense of whatever it is you're feeling or going through. This is upright. People who love are happy. I feel like somebody here is very much in their feelings. This is giving me a very emotional man. Okay, and I'm not hating, I'm not judging, I'm just saying this is a man who's like, oh, drawing is for, put your adjective in there, something here about sexism, like that's a girl thing, or just really, I can't do that, that's for sissies, something about that message. Okay, I don't agree with that. I'm just saying that's the energy here. Okay, so there's some sort of bias towards a task. I don't know. I feel like somebody's got some big feelings though, and they really need to be doing something about it. Okay? Maybe it's crying. Oh, thank you. Because I'm like, it's crying. Like, that's what I'm hearing. Crying. Okay? So maybe you need to cry. Maybe you need to write a poem, or write out how you're feeling and move some of that emotion. That's what crying does. Crying is a shifting, a cleansing of your energy. That's why if you keep it pent up, eventually it comes out. And sometimes it comes out over little things. Okay? I sometimes cry in front of people. It took me a really long time to just kind of accept that that's something that happens. I'm a huge person that I love to maintain my dignity, but there's some years there where I didn't give a crap about my dignity. So now, at least I'm crying in front of people, and I'm not drunkenly throwing up on top of other stuff, okay? Like, there's other things that happened when I was drunk. So if I cry in front of people, I cry in front of people. I recommend a shower, though. It's just you and God. If you can hold it in to get to a shower and just let it all out. And you can't even tell you're crying because the shower's going. You're welcome. So, this says, good beginning is half done. It's reversed. You're not, I feel like somebody here hasn't even started. Sorry, buddy. You haven't even started yet. Definitely could be about a message. There's somebody here that needs to write something. 9, 38, 22, 40, 58, and 2. A conclusion is simply the place where you got tired of thinking. That is upright. Somebody is exhausted. You are emotionally exhausted. You are exhausted. It's okay. Okay, this is somebody who has been fighting their own feelings for a really long time. I don't think you're going to do that anymore. I think you're going to write some stuff, and it's going to help you shift some of your feelings and get some of it out. And I think you need a good cry. I really do. I feel like whoever this is, you need a good cry. It could be a Gemini, or you could be a Cancer. Okay? Could be an Aquarius or Pisces, or something here about your social group, your intuition, your home base, some sort of communication. Could be a Cancerian, strong Cancer, something about your home, your base of operations, and what you're cultivating there and the people involved. Okay, your intuition's telling you something about this. Also, Leo energy, Gemini, Leo, Cancer, Aquarius, and Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, and Mars are just the energies we're going through. Thank you, God. What are the clues for this reading? First name, middle name, last name, initial could be C. Thank you, God. What are the clues for this reading? H. Man, you need to cry. Whoever this is, you need to cry. Let your bias go about all what's for girls, what's for boys, just for a moment. Crying's for everyone, I promise. Young, old, doesn't matter your gender. It's for everybody. Babies cry and old people cry. Men cry, women cry, everybody cries. This could be definitely something here. This is taking a new approach to something. I feel like somebody here is a friend. Something about Howard City. Somebody's name could be Howard. Something about a hometown, your home city. And I feel like you have a friend there. There's somebody from there. I don't know. There's a strong group energy here. Okay. And I don't know how to explain it. So January is giving me Capricorn and Aquarius energy. Okay, this could be the people you work with or you're around all the time. You have N. Something about North Carolina. You need somebody here. So I'm sorry. This is about a male presenting man. This feels like a man. We have magic and miracles coming out. This feels like a man, and I feel like you need to cry. Okay. I don't know if you have a friend you can do this with, or if you need a friend. But I'm going to say hit pause for cause and get a hold of somebody that you trust, okay? Either that or you shift this energy. Like, you need to cry, whoever this is. We have T. That magic and miracles, that came out in the last reading in the same spot. So maybe you're a consistent viewer. Saturday, that's also Saturn energy, okay? And Saturn is learning the lessons. This is, you know, the consequences of your actions is Saturn energy as well. We have this last, okay? So, this is heavy, bro. Heavy. Something about Tennessee. I feel somebody feels so lonely here. You're surrounded by a bunch of people. I feel like you're lonely at home. I feel like you're lonely with your friends. I feel like you're lonely at work. Whoever the heck this is. First of all, you're never alone. Go to God. If you don't know what that means for you, maybe you should sit and just start talking. See what happens. See what I'm hearing. Nate. Nathan. Doesn't have to be your name. That could be somebody even connected to you. I'm hearing Tom. Theodore, Theo. Something about Hunt. Something about a higher consciousness. Something about Heather. Somebody also could have got something here about a CT scan. Somebody could be a CT tech, CAT scan. Or there's something here about scanning something. I feel like the roosters have come home to roost. Something about that. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. That doesn't feel right to say. But there's something here. Somebody is realizing they are all alone. Surrounded by a bunch of, that's the worst feeling in the world, to be surrounded and connected to a bunch of people and never actually connected to any of them at all. I'm sorry that you're going through this. This is horrible. I feel for you, friend, whoever you are. This is not comfortable. I'm hearing about Krista, or something about chasm, or chanting. Maybe try chanting mantras. That might help you move some emotion if you don't want to cry. If you are a man that finds it hard to cry, or someone that finds it hard to cry, maybe you're just too much in your masculine energy and you're actually female presenting. You're like, I'm a gal, but man, I can't move them tears for nothing. Just try chanting. Okay? Same goes if you're a gentleman. Hearing Tyler. Something about natural timing. Nikki. Harlan. Charleston. Chancy. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get some more clues. That's what I'm getting from that. Anyways, I don't know, guys. Something about nighttime. Something about now's the time as well. I feel like somebody's learning a lesson here about, you know, miracles. It feels like, you know, like a shifting energy. It's a miracle that, you know, someone knew to do something about that. Nottingwood, something, that's a road name. Right ears ringing. This is good. I feel like somebody's helping someone here. We have 2 ways, and actions and consequences. Yeah, I feel like somebody here, okay, is there some sort of, to my lonely friend here, whoever you are, I feel like you are getting back some sort of energy that maybe you, I can't get away from it. You might have put this out for someone else. You might have hoped someone else was lonely, and this is coming back and biting you. Someone who I adore, so I was biting you in the armpit or the elbow, okay? This is coming back and biting you, big time. And I'm hearing Chris, oh, goodness. This is the consequences of your actions, whoever this is. You need to shift this energy, okay? You are loved. You need to write the letter. You need to write the message. You are very loved, okay? I feel like, yeah, okay, 5. Turtles, protected, defended. Maybe you're having to protect yourself in a social situation, and that's why you feel so alone, even though you're surrounded by people. Maybe this is even at home, okay? I don't know who this is for, but you need to change it up right now, okay? That's a 5. 5's change. It's unexpected. Also, I feel like, you know, whatever this is, it's not like you can't switch it up. You can. I feel like you can, just by simply taking a different action. 1, 2, 3, okay? You can change this up. I also feel like somebody's feeling, somebody sent out something. This is like a backfire, okay? If you know what that means. Somebody put something out, and it came back, okay? And the consequences are, now they're in this defensive energy. This is giving me almost like projection, like, you know, you maybe, this is just an example. I'm not saying anybody here did this, but it's like starting a rumor, okay? And now a rumor started about you. And instead of acknowledging the rumor that started about you, you're saying, well, they must have done that, when really you're the one that did it. If that makes any sense, okay? It's something here about projection. Okay, what else does the viewer need to know? Thank you, God. This is heavy. Yeah. I don't feel like this affected the other person the way it's affecting you, either. Ooh, yeah, no. 7, something here about a Leo, something here about turtles, a water sign. This is giving me strong Cancerian energy. They're very protective. They show up as crabs. They show up as crabs, okay? That's their sign, their symbolism as a crab. But these are turtles, and the shell is giving me protective energy. All right, so this is higher self, proud, tight, competition. Oh, goodness. I don't think this is affecting the other person the way it's affecting you. Definitely could be dealing with a Leo or a Cancer here. Strong Cancerian energy. All right, books coming out. This is reversed. Secrets, knowledge, education, information, research, and studies. Somebody had no clue what they were doing. Not until it was done. Ooh, baby. And they didn't realize how it would feel. They have heart coming out. Love, amicability, romance, charity, soft, reconciliation, forgiveness. Okay. That is, they didn't know how it would feel. Somebody didn't know something until it was too late. And now that they have this block in the way, I feel like they're trying to figure out how to get over the block. 1, 2, 3. Okay? How do I get out of this? I'm in this defensive energy. This is also giving me someone you need to cry, but you're angry. Okay? Back to the person who won't cry and shift these feelings. You need to recognize what you're mad about. That's why it feels like somebody needs to journal something. You need to talk about the problem. Whatever it is, there's some sort of forgiveness here that you need for yourself or for another person in order to get over this, okay? And it could be somebody you're committed to. It could be somebody you're in a partnership with. We have ring on the bottom. Maybe, you know, you're just committed to holding it down and being unhappy. It's not working for you. There's a block here. It's not working for whoever this is. But there is some sort of love. And I don't think somebody didn't know until it was too late that there is, you know, they're blocking something. It's almost that it's giving me like a defending themselves or defending something they did out of love. We have child coming out sideways. New beginning, child, immaturity, toddler, innocence, inexperience. Okay, so somebody didn't know until it was too late, that would happen. But also, I feel like I said, they did it out of love, okay? But I feel like this was immature. They're like, oh, I'm not going to say anything because I'm just going to hurt their feelings. That's an immature way to look at something, okay? There's a difference between I'm being compassionate, not saying something, because I already know that person's suffering. And there's a difference between pettiness. Right? I'm not going to say something because I don't want to hurt their feelings. Even though you have a truth to express. I feel like this is someone you have engaged with. This is someone you have talked to. Yeah, there's a fear here. What is the fear? This fell in my lap. It didn't fall on the floor. Something about someone. This is the house and the home card. This is a Lenormand deck I made. Safety, customs, privacy, traditions established. Okay. So I feel like the fear here is about changing things up. It's like doing something differently. I also feel like somebody here is protecting their home from another person. Somebody feels left out of a situation, okay? Maybe you're in a friend group where it's like you're not welcome anymore. You were in a friend group and now you're not welcome because of something you did or something you said. I feel like it's something you did and now people are having to protect you or themselves out of love here. There's an essence of this is out of love. Tough love, but it's out of love. You could be a Taurus. You could be a younger person. There, like I said, there's a lot of energy out here as far as who's doing what. I feel like somebody might have been even influenced to do something, okay? The backfire person, my compassion goes as far as I hope you learned. It's the best I got for you. We all got our lessons to learn when it comes to energy, okay? So I hope you learned something here. I feel like it didn't affect someone the way it affected you because they're in this higher self energy, okay? The 71 could be relevant, 17 could be relevant, 8 could be relevant. More Leo energy, what that infinity symbol, okay? So it's sending it back out. I feel like you need to look at your higher self. What does your higher self look like? Does your higher self do stuff like this? At the same time, okay, another shifting of energy here. If you haven't followed me very long, I pluck energy. I'm an energy reader, okay? I'm certified master Reiki practitioner, I guess is what you call it. Anyways, I'm a highest level of Reiki you can get. So I deal with a lot of energy and a lot of energy work. And this, the other layer here, is somebody is looking at something happening and they're having to defend themselves or another person. They're trying to, this is almost like trying to find where this all started at. Okay? Where did this all start at? I don't know. I feel like somebody's talking to someone or they're trying things here and seeing what comes up. I feel like there is love here and somebody is just not, they don't have the experience of building a, something here about, you know, established foundation or established house. This could be a man. Because I keep saying there's a man who needs to cry. This could be a man or a masculine person in their masculine energy. All right, let's get a little further here. I feel like I need more space. Somebody could be moving or they're just scared to move or make a move. I don't know. We'll get a little deeper into this. Somebody does not have all the information. There also is some sense of forgiveness here. It's like, forgive me for I did not know. Somebody did not get what they wanted. 62, 26, and 8. I just went back. You did this to yourself, whoever this is for. I'm not trying to be a douche canoe. I'm not trying to be aggressive or assertive. I'm more assertive. You did this to yourself. This is sitting with the consequences. This is called a 4th step, honey. You need to look up what a 4th step is. You need to do it, and then you need to do the 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. I recommend starting at 1. I'm just saying. You follow these steps, you'll find the block. Okay, as well, there's something here about a kid being stopped from going to someone's house, okay? It's a little bit, I feel like that makes someone want to cry. There could even be a parent here, a father figure that is not allowed to see a child anymore, or temporarily, okay? And I feel like it's until you get your act together. I'm sorry. This is the truth, though, honey. And I feel like there is an energy here of somebody who is just really kind of, you're doing the fake happy thing, and it's noticeable, okay? It's not authentic, and I feel like that is why people are trying to protect this child or children at the moment, is because you need to let your dam burst so you can get all that feelings out. And you know, that's not necessarily a good thing for kids to be around. That's a lot of energy coming out. That can also, you know, people can make some poor choices when they're emotional like that. I suggest calling a friend, if you have one of those, that you can call someone you trust, all right? It doesn't even have to be a friend, just someone you trust, and talking about this. There are hotlines for it, even if you don't have someone. I believe 988 is the one here in Michigan. Otherwise, call locally. Look it up on your phone. If you don't have a phone, ask someone else to look it up. Someone else might have a phone. I don't know your situation. But I feel like you also need to journal about this in order to change this energy. You know, we have the stork here. Somebody could really like animals or be heavily into like the animal kingdom. I don't know. That's important here. I feel like somebody didn't get what they wanted, and now what they're hoping for is to make something right. Okay, 88 could be a number. We have 8, 7, 1, 8. You could be seeing that. Okay, so we have the shadow card of idiot coming out. Okay, so that's a 1. Foolish, lazy, uneducated. Somebody just feels like they're all elbows and knees. They didn't know any better, and now they do. And I think that's what they're trying to make right at home. They're trying to make right in their life. I feel like this is unexpected. Somebody wasn't expecting this to be known. Somebody has to put up some sort of boundaries. I was asking what that block is. We also have, there's a 7 here. So 7, 7, 7 is the number. 25, 52, and 7. Okay. 55 could be relevant. 555 could be relevant. Yeah. So there's something here that has to change. There has to be a boundary, either with yourself, within yourself, or with another person. Or towards, you know, a boundary against a person, place, or thing. Okay. Whether that's you or another person. But there is somebody here who is super emotional. I feel like your bias is in the way. I feel like the whole, oh, that won't work for me is in the way. Try it. If you've already tried it and it didn't work, did you really try your best? Were you really open to it? Or did you just try it so you could say, I tried that already? Just so you can use it as a reason to not try again. Did you put your heart into it, is what I'm saying. Could be a Pisces. Okay, something about your intuition. There's also something here about your subconscious. I feel like you knew what you were doing. And you knew, but you didn't know. Okay, you knew, but you weren't aware. All right, your subconscious was trying to tell you something, and instead you acted. Or also, your subconscious could be trying to tell you something right now, which is why you need to cry. Okay, why you're so emotional about. Like, and when I say emotional, you are not a person that cries. You are an angry person. This man who needs to cry, you are a person who would rather get mad instead of sad. Well, I'm telling you right now, they're one and the same. They're just two different ways of approaching it. They're both stem from fear. They both stem from this ideal of loss. Okay, this concept of, you know, shame, guilt, these things. These are all fear-based things. They're not high vibe, loving things. Acknowledging them and dealing with them, that's loving. That's honest. And I feel like somebody needs to do that here. Somebody lost something because of this. Could be a Leo. Could be a child. There is a kid involved here. There's an energy here where somebody is not allowed to see their kid. Until you get your temper under control, or you realize that your temper actually needs to be, like, grieve. You need to grieve something, and quit being so angry. You're not going to be able to see your kid. This could be a Leo that can't see their kid right now. Or maybe your kid don't want to see you because you're so angry all the time. I don't know who this is for, and I'm very sorry. But yeah, there's something here about all that. One more, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. I feel like you have a big heart, whoever is watching this. I feel like you have a big heart, and I feel like you want what's best for everybody but yourself. It's never too early or too late to care for the well-being of the soul. Like I said, I think you want what's best for everybody but yourself, okay? What are your values in this? Keep that in mind as you're going about all of this, trying to understand things. All right, what's the tarot for the viewer? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. What's the tarot for the viewer? All right, Four of Wands. Back to that home-based energy. Somebody's not allowed to go see someone, or somebody's not allowed in. There's a block here about a foundation. I also feel like somebody has a really strong bond with a Leo or an Aries or Sagittarius. There's a fire sign here. Somebody's got a really strong bond with. Somebody that speaks truth to them. They don't hold back. And maybe they can deliver it better, but I feel like there's somebody here who doesn't hold back the truth. They tell you what's up. And this World card came out sideways. Maybe this is on the internet. You're getting a message, some sort of, you know, clarity. This is also like you're ready to close out a cycle. You're right there. You're ready to do it. I feel like you need to cry. You've been through a lot. Nine of Wands. There's our Sag energy. I was picking up Sagittarius. But you need, it's just like you need to express. You need to express. You need to say, I've been through a lot. You need to acknowledge you've been through a lot. Okay? Start there. Journal about that. Journal about everything you've been through. Okay? I'm not saying get hung up in the past. I'm saying bring the past up so you can kick it to the curb and be done with it. You're blocking yourself off here, dude, from some sort of home situation, from a happy home. There's also an energy of, you know, you block yourself off from family, you're like your true family, right? Your kids and the people that, you know, really do care about you. You feel, this is somebody who feels very lonely. I don't want to put feelings on you if this isn't for you, but there's just an energy of somebody who's really lonely, even though they have a lot of people around. They have a lot of people they could call, but it's like, it's not the person I want to call. That's the vibe here. Okay, so the truth is you've been through a lot and you're trying to close out a cycle. You also realize I'm not really going anywhere in this energy. I'm not really doing anything, and I really want to change that. We have two cards of change. I feel like you need to look at how you're feeling, observe how you're feeling, and then decide what needs to change, okay? And I'd start with crying. You need to shift some freaking energy. Page of Cups, yeah, you do. I also feel like you need to pay attention to surface level connections. That Page of Cups is giving me energy of friendships that aren't helping, okay? They're hindering. You need to go deeper. Knight of Cups, okay? The feelings that move you. What are the connections that bring up feelings and help you process those feelings? Stick to those connections for the moment. I'm not saying you can't have surface level shallow friendships. You can, okay? Sometimes those are nice. They're a nice break from all the heavy. But at the same time, you're a person, whoever is here, if you're a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, we got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, strong Virgo, strong Leo, strong Taurus, strong Aries, Sag, Pisces. I mean, the Pisces is here. I feel like the Pisces is more your subconscious trying to tell you to deal with something. And yeah, anyways, you need to go deeper. You have someone here, I feel like you can go. What's this boundaries and block? You blocked a message from someone, or you blocked some sort of indication, friendship from someone. Why did they block this? Because it's their habit, I heard. King of Wands, okay? Maybe it's because this person challenges your leadership, challenges your confidence. They make you think creatively. And I feel like you don't expect that. This is also, somebody gave you a revelation here, and I feel like you're going to be able to get past that block. Where's the viewer in this energy? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. All right, Two of Cups. That came out reversed. I'm going to have to, it's a disharmony. You're the one in disharmony. You're the one in a disharmonious connection. You feel like you should walk away. Eight of Cups, more Piscean. Your intuition, your subconscious is indicating this, all right? This is why you're so freaking miserable. It's because you're staying in a situation. You have a soulmate, or you have something here that you want to go towards. This could be even a childhood dream with that Six of Cups. Something here about, you know, maybe going towards something you thought about. Six of Cups is interesting. This feels like a soulmate. This feels like a connection. More Aries energy. The Fool coming out. It's a new connection. Maybe somebody you want to take a leap of faith towards. It could be a friendship even. What is this for the viewer, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. You want to leave disharmony behind, viewer. I see that. there's been some sort of betrayal and ending here. Yeah, I feel like this is, like I said, you got what you deserved, and not that that's awful, but you took some sort of action and it backfired on you, and that is what you get. Okay, this is a huge energy of what did you expect? Cry about it. That's okay. You can have feelings about it. You don't have to be happy about this because you did something. Maybe you didn't know what you know now. Okay, this is giving me a strong didn't know then what I know now. Relatable. Okay, but don't pity yourself. Look at the fact that you have the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords, right? So look at the fact that you can go from this ending to this new beginning with the truth and the clarity and a lesson learned. You don't have to do that again now. Now you can express, you know, I learned here. I see very clearly. Seven of Cups. I was confused. I was overwhelmed. You know, I didn't know what I had until it was gone. You know? I feel like somebody is also not allowed to see your shit, and you got to deal with this till you've got to accept that as well. I'm sorry. But yeah, there's something here. Ace of Coins. That's good. So that's a solid new beginning. That's an opportunity. This tower, this unexpected, this shocking thing that happens, it kicks you into gear to realize that this is an opportunity I can regrow upon and rebuild upon, okay? Could be a Scorpio. What does the viewer need to know? What will confirm this energy for the viewer? Thank you, God. What will confirm? Okay, Eight of Wands. This is coming out sideways. This is a message you're going to get in the next, we'll say 2 to 3 days from hearing this video, okay? This is a message you're going to get very soon. I feel like it's before from now, 7 days. We'll do a week, okay? In the next week, maybe even 8 days because it's Eight of Wands sideways. But my cards come out sideways. It's right here, right now. Is this happening? This message even that you're listening to is confirmation for you. You're going to get some sort of forward movement that confirms this, okay? A message. Maybe it's one of rejection and regret, and someone actually is in love or has love. Could be from a mother figure, or, you know, your somebody here that has a lot of love for you, okay? It could be lecturing you about rejection or missing an opportunity. Ace of Cups. Knight of Cups again, okay? Maybe you need to extend some sort of emotion here. You need to emote or express something to another person. That's going back to that letter writing. Maybe you need to send a message. Maybe you're going to cry when you're typing this up. Maybe you're going to cry when you get a response. I don't know. I'm not in your shoes. What I can say, that's going to be what confirms this for you. It's going to be a message. It's going to be forward movement. You've already been thinking about this. You just haven't been saying it. Queen of Swords. This is somebody who's very philosophical. They're anxious. Okay, I'm not surprised you're anxious. You're anxious. You need to stop thinking about it. This is giving me this energy here, right? Knight of Wands, Hangman, Nine of Swords. This is giving me I am ruminating. Quit ruminating and do something. Take some action. Knight of Wands, Three of Wands, that's all action. Do something. Move something forward here. Shift the energy. That's all I got in this. I gotta get out of it. This is unpleasant. No offense. I'm just saying this is tough. And I hope you figure out what it is you need to figure out. I hope you need to ask the questions you need to ask and write down what you need to write down and cry if you need to cry. This will give me an energy of somebody who's very angry, and what they really are is very sad. Okay? Yeah. I hope this is helpful, if nothing else, somewhat entertaining. Many blessings till we talk again. Thanks.